PS Senator Antonio Trillanes will ask his colleagues to initiate an investigation into the alleged Davao Death Squad, allegedly sanctioned by then-Mayor Rodrigo Duterte. His motion to investigate follows claims by former police officer SPO3 Arnold Las Cañas, who backpedaled from his testimony in the Senate hearing in October on the alleged extrajudicial killings. This policeman previously denied under oath there was a Davao Death Squad. But he is changing his statement. SPO3 Arturo Las Cañas now admits he was a leader of the vigilante group, but has left it. And now he's ready to tell all.
Ito po ay pagsunod ko po sa kagustuhan ng Diyos at sa sarili ko pong konsensya.
Las Cañas claims he was involved in killing criminals linked to drugs. And he adds this began when Rodrigo Duterte became Davao City Mayor.
Ito po ay binabayaran kami ni Mayor Rody Duterte.
He admitted receiving up to 100,000 pesos depending on their targets. Las Cañas said their first operation was against an alleged drug lord in Davao, Alan Tancio. That's when the Davao Death Squad was born.
Dito po napatay ang katulong ni Alan Tancio. Wala po kaming nakuhang shabu.
He also said he had a hand in the massacre of an entire family in General Santos City, including that of a 5-year-old.
Evil prevail. Napatay po ang buong pamilya sa harap ko using a caliber 22 with a silencer.
He was also part of the bombing of a mosque in Davao City and killing of radio commentator June Pala, who was a critic of then-Mayor Duterte.
Napatay si John Pala. 2 days after, binigyan kami ni Mayor Rody Duterte through SPO4 Sane Binaventura ng 3 million pesos. Pagbigay pa si Mayor Rody ng bonus sa amin. Sinabi ni Mayor Rody sa akin ang 1 million. Sabi niya 1 million.
The policeman turns emotional after admitting he had his 2 brothers killed out of loyalty to the mayor. Las Cañas backs the testimony of self-confessed hitman Edgar Matubato. But he adds Matubato's knowledge is limited as he wasn't part of the death squad's inner circle. Malacanang says this is part of a political drama aimed at destroying the administration. Communications Secretary Martin Andanar said the Commission on Human Rights, the Ombudsman, and the Senate Committee on Justice all cleared the precedent of supposed extrajudicial killings and involvement in the Davao Death Squad. For Las Cañas, he will tell more in the proper forum. The Free Legal Assistance Group who accompanied Las Cañas earlier said they are willing to assist any member of the Davao Death Squad who may surface following the testimonies of Las Cañas. Pia?
Did Las Cañas say how far he's willing to go to prove his claims?
Pia, since the lawyers of Las Cañas said that his testimonies are a possible ground for impeachment of President Rodrigo Duterte, then Las Cañas said should the time come that any congressman decide to file an impeachment complaint against President Duterte, then he is willing to testify before the Congress. Pia.
Ivy Sonarda reporting from the Senate. Malacanang shrugging off the policeman's claims, Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo says Las Cañas' allegations are hearsay and false narrations. Communications Secretary Martin Andanar tells CNN Philippines all these are rehash and are just part of preparations for what he says is a protest march that will happen on February 25th. Andanar also revealed a $1,000 offer for reporters who covered the news conference.
At meron din po tayong mga natanggap na mga report, Pinky, na as much as $1,000 ang ipinamigay dito sa presko na ito. Hindi ko na lang po papangalangan ng aking source, pero meron daw pinagbibigyan ng ganito kalaking halaga na pera para lamang cover ito. Pinagbibigyan daw ang mga reporter doon sa doon kung saan nangyari. May mga nag-offer daw. Hindi ko lang alam kung tinanggap, pero merong nagsumbong sa akin.
Senate reporters are calling Andanar's claim unsubstantiated and irresponsible. They add the practice is not tolerated among them. They're also asking Andanar to prove his allegations. They said, and we quote, "Otherwise, we demand a public apology from Secretary Andanar for spreading fake news truly unbecoming of someone who, just a few months ago, came from the media industry, unquote. But in a statement, Andanar clarified that no member of the working press was alluded to as a recipient. He said, and we quote, "As a longtime broadcast journalist myself, I hold our former colleagues in the media in the highest esteem as we forge forward in our commitment to serve the public through the dissemination of factual information," unquote. Senator De Lima believes the Senate should investigate the so-called Davao Death Squad. In a chance interview at the Senate, De Lima said the statements of Las Cañas were corroborative of what self-confessed hitman Edgar Matobato said during the Senate hearings late last year.
Sample lang yon ng mga sinight niya na mga incidents kasi marami pa siyang dapat isiwalat dahil mas marami siyang alam kay Mr. Edgar Matobato kasi isa nga po siya sa mga leader. It's such a hair-raising thing. Hindi ko po inaasahan na lumantad na rin si Las Cañas. This is definitely very explosive.
De Lima presented Matobato, who claimed to be a member of the supposed Davao Death Squad, during hearings on alleged extrajudicial killings. Coming up in the...
Naniniwala naman ang Malacanang na bahagi ng demolition job laban kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ang testimonya ni SPO3 Arthur Las Cañas. Inakusahan din ni Presidential Communications Secretary Martin Andanar ang media na naka-assign sa Senado na tumanggap umano ng pera mula kay Senator Antonio Trillanes IV upang i-cover ang naturang press conference. Itinanggi naman ito ni Senator Trillanes at sinabing mataas ang respeto niya sa Senate media. Iresponsabling pahayag din niya ito mula sa cabinet official na naglalayong ilihis ang issue. Samantala, hinamon naman ng Senate media si Secretary Andanar na patunayan ang kanyang aligasyon at kung hindi ay mag-public apology dahil sa epekto ng kanyang pahayag sa kanilang kredibilidad.
Iginiit ni Presidential Chief Legal Counsel's Attorney Salvador Panelo na maaaring maharap sa kasong perjury si SPO3 Arthur Las Cañas. Ayon kay Panelo, ito ay dahil binago niya ang kanyang testimonya sa pagdinig ng Senado na kumukontra kay Davao Death Squad whistleblower Edgar Matobato. Sinabi rin ni Panelo na basehan ito sa kaso, lalo pat nanumpa ito sa ginawang pagdinig ng Senado. Magkagayunman, ipinaubaya na ng palasyo sa Department of Justice ang posibleng kaso laban kay Las Cañas dahil sa umano'y pagsisinungaling nito sa mataas na kapulungan ng Kongreso. Kumbinsido rin si Panelo na bilang abogado rin ng Pangulo, hindi nito gagawing mag-utos para gumawa ng krimen, kasama ng umano'y pagpapasabog ng mosque.
Of course, di po pwede siyang i-demanda. That goes without saying. Yes. Yes.
Will the government initiate any fighting of charges?
Yung DOJ na yun. DOJ.
So, pero merong ganon?
Most likely, yun ang mangyayari sa kanya.
Sir, pero may claim din siya na nakausap ka mismo si nooy Mayor Duterte. Sinabihan pa raw siya, sige, basta malinis lang.
Yung pagpapasabog daw sa mosque sa Davao, personal na inutos sa kanya.
Alam mo, unang-una, the president is a lawyer. Lawyers don't do that. Hindi magagawa ng abogado yun na may gagawin kang isang kalokohan. Sasabihin mo ng direkta dun sa pinapagawan mo. So it's an incredible story. Hindi ka panipaniwala. Walang kredibilidad yun. Saka ang pagkakakilala ko kay Presidente Duterte, ang kinakausap niya lang yung very close sa kanya, like Mongo.
Sa iba pang mga balita, itinuring ng Malacanang na bahagi ng demolition job laban kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ang paglutang ni SPO3 Arthur Las Cañas. Nagsagawa ng press conference si Las Cañas sa Senado kung saan sinabi na miyembro ito ng Davao Death Squad. Iginit ni Presidential Communications Secretary Martin Andanar ang pagharap sa media ni Las Cañas ay political drama na naglalayong sirain at ibagsak ang Administrasyong Duterte. Naniniwalang kalib na batid ng taong bayan na isa lamang itong character assassination laban sa Pangulo at pamumulitika ng sektor na apektado ng reformang ipinatutupad ni Pangulong Duterte. Inabsuelto na anya ng Commission on Human Rights Office of the Ombudsman, Senate Committee on Justice ang Pangulo sa usapin ng extrajudicial killings pati na ang pagkakasangkot sa kanya sa Davao Death Squad. Ayon pa kay Secretary Andanar, kinikilala ng pamahalaan na hindi madali ang reforma at hangad na pagbabago sa bansa. Magkaganon pa man, inian niya nagpapaapekto ang pamahalaan sa ganitong uri ng destabilization at sa halip ay mas nakatuon ng pagpapaabot ng tulong at maayos na serbisyo sa mga Pilipino at hindi lamang sa interes ng iilan.